from the Oakley Studios in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Hello, this is Jesse Oakley III, and welcome to the Oak Zone, where we provide positive words of wisdom for you. That's right, you, the happy people. Now, Monday through Friday, I will share with you a plethora of positive words of wisdom on my show, The Oak Zone with Jesse Oakley III. But today is Sunday morning, and it's time for the Sunday Morning Chat Series. And on the Sunday Morning Chat Series, I get to interview a plethora of positive people that are making a big difference in the community. Whether they're speakers, authors, writers, yoga instructors, Bitcoin experts, animal rescue volunteers, or organ donors, you'll hear from them right here on the Sunday Morning Chat Series. And today, we have ourselves a darn good show for you. Now, many of you know that I belong to a wonderful group called Toastmasters International. I've been a part of this group for almost 20 years, and through my adventures and nearly 20 years of experience, I've met a whole lot of positive people that are making a big difference in their respective community. Now, we call this show the Sunday Morning Chat Series, but in all honesty, I'm actually doing a recording because this is going to be the first time I get to interview a fellow Toastmaster from the other side of the world in the land down under of Australia. And I am truly excited. So without any further delay, please help me welcome Alicia Curtis. Hey, Alicia, how's it going?
G'day, Jesse. It is great here on Sunday with
Uh,
you.
all right. Really enjoy this. And without any further delay, let's chat.
Let's do.
All right. Now, what is your definition of Toastmasters International?
So for me, Toastmasters is a not-for-profit organization, which is it's an educational organization based on public speaking, leadership, communication skills, and also listening skills.
All right. Fantastic. Fantastic. Now, how did you get your start in Toastmasters?
Well, like you, I joined Toastmasters more than a decade ago. I actually joined Toastmasters 11 years ago. And I started as a result of being scared to speak on one of these lovely things, a cell phone. So back in 2009, my mum passed away from cancer. And I unfortunately associated every single phone call with her passing. So I was lucky enough to read in the local newspaper where someone had won the district final who was afraid of speaking also on a cell phone and communicating in public. And as a result, they joined Toastmasters. And that was the aha moment. Otherwise, I was going to lose my job if I didn't start speaking on the phone. So that was how I actually started in Toastmasters 11 years ago. And it has been a very fun and long 11 years.
I tell you what, that was a fascinating start to the beginning of a Toastmasters journey. Now, what were some of the challenging moments that you faced in Toastmasters?
That's a very interesting question, Jesse. I've had some very challenging moments over the years. I quit many years ago as a division director within 6 weeks because, unfortunately, due to health reasons, I wasn't able to continue on. I learned from that there are other opportunities to go through and to also progress. So I went and became a division director in a neighboring district and also started as an area director again to become challenged and overcome a challenge of leadership because I was always fearful of leadership. I guess one of my greatest challenging moments over the last 12 months was working from home. What was I going to do with myself for those 12 months? And that's how I got online with Toastmasters International. Another one was leading my division, Lachlan division, to distinguished in 2019-20, one of only 3 divisions in all of Australia to get distinguished or above. So that was a challenging moment, but the team worked wonderfully together to get that achievement.
All right. Congratulations on that, getting that taken care of. Oh my goodness. Now, what were some of the best moments you experienced in Toastmasters?
I've had some wonderful moments in Toastmasters. In fact, I've got some of the trophies.
All
I've
right.
achieved Hawkesbury Division Merit Award, so I was the Hawkesbury Division Merit Award winner. I've been Area Director of the Year in 2015-16 for District 70. In 2014-15, I was a Merit Award winner for Area Governor, back in the day when it was Area Governor. And then last year, because of my achievements of being distinguished, I was able to get Division Director of the Year for District 70. So I've achieved 2 of the big 3 awards. And I think my greatest achievements for me are definitely these 2 lovely things. The DTM award. You can't really see them with the background, but you know what I mean. I love pulling them out occasionally and sharing them. But amazingly, they are not the greatest achievements for me. In fact, my greatest achievement was when I chartered the first open community Toastmasters Club in Bangladesh, in Dhaka, Bangladesh, back in 2015. I had no idea what I was doing. I just put my hand up and said, yes, I'm going to do it. To this day, that remains the #1 club in Bangladesh, which is a population of about 150, 160 million people. Back in those days, there was only 2 to 3 clubs in all of Bangladesh. Most of them were actually in Chittagong, which is the satellite city of the capital, Dhaka. Now they're looking at splitting into 2 divisions. They're also going to look at possibly being a district within the next 5 to 10 years. So that for me is my greatest achievement, starting the first open community club in Dhaka, Bangladesh, which is the premier club in Bangladesh.
Oh my goodness. You really are a mover and a shaker in the Toastmasters community, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
All right. Now, let's say that you meet someone that is in Australia and they're on the fence about joining Toastmasters. If you could just talk to that person about joining Toastmasters, what would you tell that person?
Well, I would look at it from what point of their life they're at. Say if it was someone who is a young professional and was looking to get that next step in their career, I would say to them, do you want to get that ideal job? Do you want to achieve a goal and have that purpose of achieving a goal? You can do that by coming to Toastmasters to learn communication and leadership. You can also learn how to actively listen and think on your feet. I think that's one of the great opportunities with Toastmasters. It actually makes you think outside the lovely little box that you live in, and thinking outside the square, especially in table topics where you're required to speak within 1 to 2 minutes impromptu, is something that all people need to learn how to do and to be able to articulate. Very important, especially in a job interview. Another one is being able to provide feedback, not negatively, but in a positive manner. And that's one of the things I think Toastmasters gives to us. It gives us the opportunity to be able to provide that feedback positively. So if it was for a young professional, that's one thing. For an older person, they might want to be out there to socialize and to network. Here's an opportunity for someone who might be in their later part of their life, who's in their 60s or plus. Not that I'm saying that 60 is old. However, I'm saying that they can actually go out there, learn and have a new group of friends and have other opportunities, because a lot of people in that particular age group are very fascinated by education, learning and development. So that might actually involve and give them an opportunity to have a greater network of friends. So that is what I would say to someone if they were wanting to join Toastmasters.
All right. Now, for anybody out there, how can more people know about this wonderful organization, the Toastmasters? Where would they go?
Well, they need to go to toastmasters.org. That's one thing. I think they need to Google. They need to find what they want to do and what they want to achieve in Toastmasters. We're in a really great situation at the moment. A lot of people are saying COVID is the worst thing that's ever happened, but we need to look at the silver lining in the clouds above us. We need to actually look at this as a positive. They don't have to be stuck physically in a country that they might not want to be a part of. They might want to go somewhere else to, especially if they're over in another country where they can't speak English fluently, and they might want to actually come to a country where we speak English fluently, and they want to actually start to learn English because they might be looking at that opportunity to move into that country. So we have an opportunity for everyone to go around the world at the moment to meet and connect with people from all around the world. So I think the best thing is to Google. Dr. Google is a wonderful tool. And also having a look on Facebook, Instagram, and also just looking around the world. It's an amazing place at the moment, especially with what's happening and a lot of the clubs being on Zoom.
Okay. And for all the happy people that missed that, do not fret because the link will be right in the description below. So after we watch this interview, please go ahead and check out the link that's right below. Isn't that right, Alicia?
Absolutely. Check out the link, toastmasters.org.
Okay. Now we are almost at the end of this interview, and would you believe that this has been a fun interview so far?
It has. It has indeed, Jesse.
All right. Now, this point is our shout out moment. Now, if you have a chance to give a shout out to the people that made your Toastmasters journeys possible, who would you say hello and give a shout out to?
Well, I have a lot of people I would love to give a shout out to. I don't want to list a whole stack of people, but there are a couple of people I would like to acknowledge. First one is my father. My father has always been there for me. I don't mention him often because I don't like him to be pushed and shoved into the limelight, because there's nothing more embarrassing than having to embarrass one of your own family members. But to my father, who consistently puts up with Toastmasters all the time and listens to my wonderful stories over dinner and lunch, thank you so much for being a part of this and seeing where I've come and where I am at the moment with Toastmasters. My auntie Les, who puts up with it as well. I don't get to see her as often, but she always provided a bed for me when I was at my Toastmasters meetings 2.5 hours away. I would drive every single weekend to be with her so that I could see her and also do Toastmasters on the weekend near where she lived. In Toastmasters itself, I'd like to shout out to Kayleen Ledger, current Region 12 advisor from District 70. She's based in here in Australia. I know she's going to absolutely dive embarrassment when she hears, oh, thanking her, but thank you so much for the last couple of years for always being there. Vicky Ferrer, past region advisor from Region 11, a great friend and a wonderful mentor to me, and has always been there. And I always catch up with her occasionally. She's not always available due to time zones, but a wonderful friend. And the person who definitely brought me to Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmaster, and currently he passed away a few years ago, Rick Haynes. Rick was an instrumental part for me arriving in Toastmasters, and I cannot thank him enough, along with my first ever Toastmasters club, Menai District Toastmasters. I really need to acknowledge that club, because if I hadn't joined that club, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you today, Jesse. So I cannot thank that club, and some of the originals are still there, the likes of John Drinkwater, Arthur Alette, Ron Alexander, Maurizio Tapia, and also Jane Stevens. I want to thank them, as well as Louise Beaton. I cannot thank them enough, because without their love and support from the original start, when I started in Toastmasters, I wouldn't be here today.
All right. Now, that is a great list. And that's proof that it takes a whole village to actually raise an amazing, fantastic Toastmasters. And Alicia, you have one quite amazing village.
Yes,
all right.
I do.
Yes, you do. Now, this is the last question of this interview. Now, there are so many people that are going to watch this video. Now, my people, my crew, they're called the Happy People. And they are amazed and are inspired by the story you shared with your Toastmasters experience from the land down under. Now, if you can offer them one more solid words of wisdom about anything, about inspiration or motivation, what would it be?
I always say this to everyone, just be yourself. Don't be something that you aren't. Always be yourself. Just be true to yourself. Why do we always need to be someone else? We're in a world where there are, the Madonnas of the world. There are the Joe Bidens of the world, whoever else there may be in the world. I didn't want to make this political, but you know what I mean? Be yourself. Be something, and be the tree amongst the grass, and be the one that shines and stands there in the sun that grows.
And what a fantastic way to end this wonderful interview. And on behalf of all the happy people watching all over the world, I would like to take this time to thank you for being a part of the Oak Zone Sunday morning chat series. Really appreciate this, Alicia.
Thank you very much, Jesse, and have a great night.
All right, and this concludes this episode of the Oak Zone Sunday morning chat series. If you want more plethora of positivity, go to YouTube, type in my name, Jesse Oakley III, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, comment, and share these videos with other happy people that you know. And when you go to my YouTube channel, please click Sunday morning chat series, where you get to see past episodes of positive people that are making a big difference in the community, like my friend Alicia. And until next time, happy people, this is Jesse Oakley the third speaking. Take care and remember to have a great day. Bye.